Yo, what is going on, boys, and welcome back to the channel once again. Today where we are going to be playing a bit of Logbait. Now, it has been a long time since I've played a bit of Logbait on the channel, and I love some playing Logbait, so we're bringing it back in celebration of the fact that, you know, in a few days' time we might, or not might, it's confirmed, we're going to be seeing the evolution Goblin Barrel, which is going to be a big one. But I mean, considering like what 6 out of the 8 cards or something in Logbait will now have an Evo, I'm not really sure what they're doing there. But that aside, I'm not going to complain about it. Now, any of you guys that don't know, maybe you just haven't seen, yeah, there is obviously going to be the Goblin Barrel Evo coming out, and what is going to happen is there's going to be 2 barrels released. There's going to be a dummy barrel on the opposite side that's going to be released to the other tower, and it's going to have these really like dummies in it, as I said, obviously, and they will do the same damage but they'll have 40% the health. So I mean, they'll be good against like Princess Tower, Cannoneer. Dagger Duchess will just fully counter it. So I mean, if you're coming against Dagger Duchess, I mean, you don't even need to defend it, so it will be quite useless against that. But against things like the Princess Tower, I think it'll still be quite good. You know, you'll get a good little bit of chip damage in. I assume with 40% health that it will still die in one shot, because if it doesn't, I mean, like, if that's put 2 shots into every goblin, that would be an absolute mess, and would just be the death of the card, if we're being honest. But, or not the death of the card, would just be, oh yeah, the death of Princess Towers, that's where I'm going with that. I got a bit lost in my sentence there, boys, but we got there. So yeah, I really hope they don't do that, because otherwise, Dagger Duchess is just going to become an absolute necessity. You won't be able to play without Dagger Duchess, and, I mean, it's already going that way. It's just kind of, we're holding on for dear life here at the end. But anyways, boys, you know, I won't complain too much about it. We'll see how it goes whenever it comes out. And yeah, I'm hopeful that it will be somewhat balanced. I mean, it's a really, really difficult one to kind of predict, isn't it? Because, like, it could be good, but it also could just be completely awful and useless. And then you also leave yourself open to, like, client-side mods that can kind of, you know, tell you which one's which, that people will end up inevitably start running, unless there's, I don't know how that all works. I don't know coding too well, but I just know that that is a possibility. And, you know, if that happens, it'd be a bit of a shame, but, you know, people will inevitably cheat at games, boys. You know, they need every advantage they can get. But anyways, enough yapping. You know, we've just been playing this game in the background. I've barely even paid attention, but we should pull away with this win without much issue, unless he gets a really, really good drill going here, which he actually might, like, no joke. Let's go for the Goblin gang down low. He went for behind for some reason. I don't know why he would do that. Now we just go for the log on top of that, make sure that gets cleaned up, and then we can rocket the tower. And that will be it for game number 1, boys. Let's hop straight into game number 2. And yes, boys, we are back for game number 2, and I took a quick break between games, and I decided that I'll upgrade my Goblin Barrel to level 15. So we do have that on our side this game, which will do a little bit more damage, and this guy will have Dagger Duchess, so it's not going to be quite as effective this game, but of course he's got Mirror Log. Excuse me. Isn't that just wonderful for me? Okay, so we got to deal with the Mirror Log this game, which will be a lot of fun. Of course, and then we'll go for the knight here now, and that should deal with that fisherman as well. Don't think we'll have to do anything more on top of that. I really hope not. And then we're actually going to go for the princess here on the right. Now, we're going to have to try and abuse our princess a little bit more this game. As we all know, princess is very good against Dagger Duchess. Same as anything that doesn't even have to cross the bridge. The best way to counter Dagger Duchess is just to not deal with it at all. And, you know, what does that say about the card? But so, we are going to just try and abuse the princess a lot more than we're going to try and use the Goblin Barrel this game. I know typically, like, well, anyway, my playstyle kind of always revolves around, you know, using the Goblin Barrel, trying to get the trickies in, but in this game it's going to be, we're going to use our barrel to kind of bait out the log and then place the princess rather than the other way around. So we'll try and do that best we can. I hope I explained that quite well. It's just simply because the barrel, I mean, I'm sure you guys know yourselves, is not that great against the Dagger Duchess, but because it's level 13, I'm not really sure how that interaction goes. I don't know if that's still 2-hit or how that works. So that's probably something I really should know, isn't it? But I just don't, because I'm not about that life. I'm not that dedicated to it, boys. But we'll get there slowly but surely. I got kind of worried there, I can't lie. Thought that was going to be on my tower. Okay, we get a little bit of damage off of that, and that's a really bad log from him, but I'm expecting to see a mirror log, but not actually. Oh yeah, sure, he uses mirror on that, on the big boy. Okay, let's go for the knight here on top of the Mother Witch. I'll pull all that back, and we'll count that no problem. Excuse me, I don't know what's going on with me. Okay, let's go for Ice Spirit here, and that's going to be a really bad Ice Spirit. Of course it is. What am I doing? We'll go surround this with the Goblin Gang, and then we're going to go for our log here. Now we'll go for the Tesla here on top of this, just to make sure these piggies don't get any unnecessary damage off. We're kind of in a bit of a squeaky bum time here, where we're struggling, but we managed to hold on. So we'll go for our princess here. He's going to get the mirror log off, and now we're going to go knight plus barrel because he doesn't have his log in hand, and hopefully we can get some nice damage going here. We'll get like maybe 2 hits off. Yeah, we got like 2 hits overall, so it's not too bad. You know, he had to kind of overcommit a lot, spend a lot of elixir to defend that. So let's go for our ice spirit here. We're going to go for the goblin gang on top as well, and I'm going to go for the knight up here on top of the zappies. That was half to take out the zappies and half just to make sure that he didn't go in for the mother witch, which he didn't, so that's quite nice for us. It worked out quite well. And now let's go for our log here on top of this. Make sure we clean it up pretty easily, and hopefully that'll hit the mother witch as well, which it will, really, really nicely. And honestly, I might go for a rocket here. Yeah, let me just go for the rocket here, take that out. I think that's going to be worth my while to do. And then we're going to go for the Evo here in the center, and then we're going to go for the goblin gang. We know he doesn't have his mother witch and cycle, so we can go for the goblin gang pretty without being able to be punished too much. And then we'll go for a Tesla in the center. It would be really nice if that had got cleaned up, but it didn't. And that, oh, that was a bad pull. That was a bad pull. Come on, we need to get this. We need to stop this attack right now. Please, can that fall? I would really, really appreciate it. And I'm going to take another rocket here. That mother witch is costing him 5 elixir, and if we can get rid of it and get tower damage, that was nice. And we miss it. Wonderful, boys. Wonderful. Let's go for our Tesla here in the center. We'll go for the log as well. And oh, is that mother witch going to lock on tower? It is. And boys, this could be us over with. I'm not sure. We might be able to hold on, but it's definitely going to be a close one. I don't know if he has any spells, I don't even remember. And if these piggies touch my tower, it's over for me. So let's go for the Tesla here to make sure we hold on as best we can. Let's go for the princess. Can we get a shot off? No. We'll go for the goblin barrel. Now that we're crossing the bridge, we can go for the log here. Get a little bit of chip damage off. We just need a little bit of damage to struggle out here. We're going to have to go rocket. We have to do it, unfortunately. And then if I've messed it up, haven't I? I've messed it up. Oh, it's a close game, boys, but we do lose. And we'll hop straight into the next game. And yes, guys, we are back for game number 3. And I just want to know, boys, do you guys actually think that Logbait is going to be kind of a top deck once again? I know it's on its way back in. I know, you know, like Riley and all the top players can make wonders happen with this deck. I'm not Riley, and I'm sure a lot of you guys aren't. But, you know, them being good at it, and you know, us normal players being good at a card or deck is very, very different. So I'm not even going to count this as like top 200 players. I just mean like, you know, you're kind of average, slightly above average player. Do you think this deck will actually be viable, or do you think that what do you call it, the Dagger Duchess and, you know, all the Evos just kind of doom this deck forever? I just feel like for as long as, I think the only reason it's really good right now is because of Dagger Duchess being so meta. I did not need to log there. Why did I do that? But anyways, I feel like the only reason it's good right now is because Dagger Duchess is so meta, and Princess is good against Dagger Duchess. But you know, I don't know. I'm sure a lot of you guys know much better than me, but that just seems to be the reason it is. But let me know, like, do you guys still, like, did you ever even leave this deck behind? Like, I know a lot of people used to play this back in the day, including myself, and I just kind of had to move on to different things, move on to my Hog Rider, because I lost the touch of the Logbait. It was beyond me. But you know, I'm trying to bring it back. It is a fun deck. So if you have never played Logbait, I would recommend trying it out, especially if you do have some of the Evos. Like, obviously you can put in the Tesla, you can swap out the goblins for what's called the Evo Skeletons. You have the Knight in here. You have so many different options. And now with the Goblin Bar coming, I mean, is that going to be, will it even be a viable option in it? I don't know, to be honest. But we'll see, and I'm quite interested to see how it all turns out. You know, it should be fun enough. So let's go for this. We'll go for a Goblin Gang here as well, just to kind of push this back and kind of get that all down a little bit quicker. But yeah, so let me know, boys. I'm very interested to know your guys' opinions. You know, I feel like it'll be a really hit or miss one. I mean, the people who have stuck with it the whole time, you'll probably be thanking yourselves and being like, usually the OGs, MVPs, because I definitely have not. What kind of deck is this guy playing, by the way? I forgot that he had Hog. I just seen the Royal Giant and I was like, oh yeah, he's got some weird like Royal Giant 2.6. Yeah, he's just not that great. I mean, but he's still doing damage to us, I guess. So maybe I'm just judging him too early. Let's go with a rocket. Can we get a nice little rocket off? That would be wonderful, wouldn't it? And we do get a pretty nice rocket, some good value, and that's how you want to use your rockets, boys. And if we can just go for a barrel here, he's going to have his barrel in hand, so it's not going to do much. But you know, it's the thought. You gotta go for it. Okay, let's go for the tails here. Try and keep this princess alive. That'll be really nice. And I'm going to go for the Goblin Gang in the center. But hit the We'll hit the knight here. I was going for the princess down low, but we needed to invest our elixir a little bit more wisely for the time being. But he does go in for his barrel. So what we're going to do is we can't even really punish it. Yeah, we can. Like, let's just go in for it, honestly. What have we got to lose? See what happens and see if we can get some good damage off, which I think we can. And actually, yeah, it's going to work out really well and going to give us the win for game number 3, boys. Anyways, yes, guys, this is the deck that we did run for today, and I mean, you guys all know this deck. Like, it's always going to be up there. Everyone's always going to know Logbait, but, I mean, you guys can change your variations, but let me know. Anyways, I am very interested in what you guys think of the Goblin Barrel, and the fact that the dummy side even does do damage. I don't know, because it does full damage, which I'm not sure if that's going to be totally fair. It'll be fair against the Dagger Dodge, well, against Dagger Dodgers it won't do anything, but against like your Princess Towers, your Cannoneers, I feel like it's going to do a lot of Julian damage. And but yeah, anyways, we'll see. You know, it's coming out Monday, so we'll see then. And anyways, boys, if you did enjoy, do be sure to hit that like and hit that subscribe button, and I will see you all tomorrow for a brand new video, and peace out.